If you've ever written an analytical essay, you know that a paper 1 essay should have an introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion. And throughout, you should be arguing for your personal interpretation of the extract, summed up in your thesis statement. In this video, we're going to focus on how we can structure our body paragraphs, which are where the bulk of our analysis happens. We can basically split the different approaches to paper 1 into 3 essay structures: theme-based, technique-based, and chronological. According to your strengths and what's in the passage, you can choose which one works for you. But let's go through the pros and cons of each one. First up, the theme-based essay. In this structure, each body paragraph is a different theme. By the way, themes are big overarching ideas that are commonly explored in literature, so you'll find the same themes cropping up again and again in different texts. For example, childhood, or love, or violence and conflict, or nature. Anyways, in a theme-based structure, each piece of evidence in that paragraph is an example of that theme. For example, if your extract was about a child going strawberry picking with their mother in summer and creating really fond, happy memories, then perhaps your first paragraph would focus on the depiction of childhood, your second paragraph on the love between the mother and child, and your third paragraph, say, on the natural environment surrounding them and the summery atmosphere evoked from that. So what are the pros of this form? Thematic forms are the safest and most reliable of all the essay structures. You can tailor it to each text. And really, if all else fails and you don't know how to structure your essay, do it by theme. You can also quote out of order. This is a massive benefit. You're collecting evidence as it suits your theme in that paragraph, which means that you can grab it from anywhere in the text. Also, because each paragraph explores just one theme, there's a clear focus and unity of ideas. It's clear what each section is about. Finally, this structure can provide pretty comprehensive coverage of your extract, which is always good. But what are the cons then? Well, this essay structure isn't so good for tracking the progression or development of something. Let's say a character goes through some realizations, emotional changes, and really develops in the extract. It'd be hard to track that through themes. Same thing for if a situation is developing and the atmosphere shifts from paragraph to paragraph. If you wanted to focus on that, you might not want to do theme-based paragraphs. There's also a danger of not going into enough depth in your analysis. It's tempting to just summarize what the quote means and then link it straight to how it's an example of the theme. But in analysis, you have to show your knowledge of the technique, explain its effect, then link it back to wider theme. To make it easier for yourself, try and find the most effective quotes and evidence that best suits your theme. You will also have to embed your analysis of the extract structure within the theme-based paragraphs, and it might not always fit well. In that case, you can also sometimes do some thematic paragraphs and then have a separate paragraph on structure. Still, overall, I recommend this structure as the default, especially if you're unsure and in time conditions and panicking about which structure to use. A theme-based essay is pretty reliable because it's easily tailored to your extract. But it's especially good if your extract explores really clear themes and uses a wide variety of techniques that are used to illuminate those themes. Now, a quick note about guiding questions for standard level. Your commentary shouldn't just be strict answers to the guiding questions. All they do is prompt you in a certain direction. Some guiding questions are theme-based and point you towards a major idea explored in the extract, and others just remind you to talk about particular techniques, say figurative language, sensory imagery, or structural decisions, for example. You should make sure you have addressed both somewhere in your commentary, but they are there to guide you, not to restrict you. So don't sweat it too much about answering them.